what should you do as you see that you're living in the wrap-up of the age? Should you go out and buy bomb shelters? Should you buy food, dried food that you can hide away in water, and more guns and stuff to be able to say, whatever happens, we're going to be okay? Maybe you choose to do all that, and that's cool. But it says here in Hebrews, though you may do all of that other stuff, where's the priority? He says, what do you do as you see the coming of the Lord and his big day with his return coming near? Encourage one another. Encourage. Go get some coffee and intentionally look at somebody. And this doesn't mean you don't see wrong in them. See, a bunch of you think you can only encourage people that are almost perfect. If you only encourage people in your life that are really, really good, they don't need the encouragement as much. And so encourage one another in the Lord. Matter of fact, as you see his day approaching, and let me frame Hebrews 10 a little differently. What should we do if a sniper opens fire in Las Vegas from the 32nd floor of a hotel and causes one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history, which obviously happened this past week? Watching news, don't you just shake your head and think, is this for real? And they still don't know the motive of the guy. You know, they have all these things floating, but nobody's, at least as of the last time I listened to the news on it. But the point is, what do you do? What's your response on that? Well, I don't know about you, but I hear stuff like that and it gets overwhelming. I think, I can't make a difference. I'm just me. What do I do with that? And I want to take you back to that Hebrews verse. I think certainly not the only thing we do in response to some of this stuff going on. So please, I'm not saying the only, but add to your list there. Encourage some people. Make a difference. Give some people life. You know, I love this story, and I hope I represent it because I spent my whole career in youth and young adult ministry doing it. The little kid that was on the seashore, and you probably heard the story, and hundreds of starfish were there and they'd been washed up by the tide, and the tide had not come far enough up to carry them back out to sea, and they were dying. And a little kid around 10 was throwing starfish back in, and an adult businessman was watching him, kind of getting cynical, and he finally walked up, tapped the kid on the shoulder, and he said, "Son, stop doing that. There are hundreds left on the seashore that you'll never get thrown back in before they die. It doesn't matter. There are too many. It doesn't matter." And the little kid said immortal words. He let a starfish go, and then he looked at the man and he said, "It matters to the one I just threw back in." And that's what I have to feel as I encourage people. When I look at the news and all this stuff going on, I'm never going to be any big famous person. I'm not going to be some big leader that can change a bunch of stuff. I can just encourage a few. Like Lyndon and I have a fun little thing going. Lyndon, you may not even know who he is. He's one of the Atlanta Leadership College guys, and he brings the pulpit at every service, and I stand over there, and I get to hug him every time. And that sounds so dry. But see, I can love a few of the Atlanta Leadership College kids, a few kids at the mill here at the Capitol and the city, a few of the kids back at Norcross, some of the staff I get to hang with. I'm just saying I can legit choose to encourage a few of them. And with my encouragement, give them a little energy to keep swimming. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And so I love this quote. 3 billion people on the face of the earth go to bed hungry tonight. Tonight they'll go to bed hungry. But 4 billion people on the face of the earth will go to bed hungry tonight for encouragement. And so I wrote on my notes here. So what's the answer to all the personal crisis, the crazy stuff that we all see going on? In part, not the only answer, but in part, go feed some people. Go feed some people. Feed them with authentic words of encouragement. Give them hope. Give them life.